Got you along. All right. Well, these two kids and everyone else here, they were all attending the same dance at the Verona High School gym.
Yes, and it was just our luck that Romeo was the finest disco dancer anyone had ever seen, and whenever he struck a disco pose, all the women would scream. Strike your pose.
Well, Edna was on the other side of the gymnasium, shaking her money maker. Take a look at that dividend.
Well, the two kids, they saw each other from across the gymnasium. Their eyes met. They fell instantly in love. They went rushing into each other's arms and they... Hold on, I'm not done yet. Say something. I was saying, they rushed into each other's arms and they did it in slow motion. He's all over her like static thing. Look at that. So now they stood in the middle of the gymnasium, staring into each other's eyes. All six of them. Lips quivering with anticipation.
I think we found Nemo.
And there, right in the middle of the gymnasium, they didn't care as much. No, these two lovers shared their very first platonic slow dance.
All right, now you can dance.
Well, a murmur swept through the crowd. Murmur, murmur, murmur.
Romeo's family screamed!
Edna's family belched. How many families pulled together?
Banter, shut up! Shut up!
Well, both families raised their fingers into the air and shook them angrily at the children. Get your other finger, lady. They shook them at the children and they said, hey, you two!
Hey, you too!
You go home!
You go home!
So Romeo went to the home of the Montagues.
Montagues. Forget about it.
And Edna to the home of the Capulets. And there, separated from his beloved Edna, Romeo, alone in his room, began to cry. Out loud. He cried even louder. But then he pulled himself together and he came up with a brilliant plan.
Oh, yes! He decided he could not be without his lady love, and so Romeo opened the window. He climbed out on the ledge. Then he shimmied down the drain pipe. You're not proposing to me, love. Get me. And he ran to the town square. This one right here. And he looked up at the balcony. And he said, but soft.
But soft.
But loud.
But loud.
But soft.
But soft.
Light.
What light?
Through yonder window breaks.
Through the window breaks.
Very good. It is the east.
It is the east.
And Juliet is the sun.
And Juliet is the sun.
What?
Edna.
We're at the wrong balcony. Let's try this one. Just say, hey, Edna.
Edna.
There you go. Well, Edna heard these dulcet tones coming from the street below. She jumped out of her bed. Whew. She leapt onto a balcony.
She got dressed.
She got dressed. Oh, dear. She had on a flimsy little negligee. Nice. And she had those famous Shakespearean words, Romeo, Romeo.
Romeo, Romeo. Wherefore art thou, buddy? That's so romantic. And in true Shakespearean form, Romeo made his presence known.
Hello.
They rushed into each other's arms. He knows how to do that. And they came back over here into the garden. They looked at each other with passion. Stalking each other. And Edna cried out, "Oh, Romeo! Oh, Romeo!" I would rather die! I would rather die than be apart from you! Than be apart from you! My little monkey lips! Very nice. And Romeo said, "Hey, Edna!
Hey, Edna,
Let's fake our death!
let's fake the death.
And the families will leave us alone forever!"
And families are gonna leave us alone forever.
And Edna wept! Tears of joy! And so they did! Romeo Montague!
Montague! Forget about it.
And Edna Capulet! Beat the death by lying down on the pre-drawn chalk lines that had been left lying. I see a cyberona. You too? Die. Have a death.
Oh, please, even in death. You first, lady. All right, there you go.
Let's help them out.
Hey, Romeo. Sunny side up.
Okay.
Maybe there was a full moon out.
There they lie out in the middle of the square, their eyes rolled back into their heads, their mouths open, their tongues snarling inside as the flies began to gather and die. Hey, lady, I bet you'd never be doing this in the middle of Epcot.
Not this early, anyway.
Fortunately for everyone, night passed quickly.
Yeah. The next morning, both families awoke, ran to the town square, and saw this scene. And no one cared at all, really.
The families, they threw their hands up to the uncaring heavens and they said, "Why? Why? YMCA! YMCA! It's gonna say it. YMCA! Well, I really had to. Why? They're the village people.
Well, no more. They heard the sound of their lamenting parents and soothing and something Shakespeare never anticipated. They leapt to their feet.
Leave!
All right, well, let me help you.
And they came back over here. And the parents were so excited to see them alive that they all cheered. And they determined it was time to end this silly feud, so they cried out, "Enough is enough!
Enough is enough!
The feud is over!
The feud is over!
Everyone cheered! And so Romeo Montague.
Montague!
And
Forget about
Feud
it.
is over.
We forgot about it.
Edna Capulet and everyone in the city of Verona lived happily ever after. Give them a big round of applause. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We've got another show coming up in about 30 minutes. Same silly show, different silly tourists. Come back and join us. Have a great time, everybody.